I'm Liyana Hassanel, and you're tuning in to Nightline. The top stories. Prime Minister assures Malaysia a safe haven for investors. And 23 customs officers to face charges for accepting gratification. The headlining story. Malaysia is a safe haven for investors, particularly those in the manufacturing sector, who are looking for a safe haven amid brewing tensions around the world. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim said Malaysia fits the bill thanks to its stability, skilled labour force, as well as economic and geopolitical non-alignment. From Tokyo, Amanda Lopez reports.
Speaking at the Nikkei 29th International Conference on the Future of Asia, Anwar highlighted Malaysia's appeal amidst escalating tensions and trade restrictions in microchips. Addressing about 300-strong forum participants, the Prime Minister also shared about the success of Pulau Pinang in becoming among the world's best semiconductor hubs.
I say that Malaysia fits the bill thanks to our stability, skilled labour force, and our economic and geopolitical non-alignment or fierce neutrality. The proof is in the numbers. In 2023, the state of Penang, incidentally where I come from, Malaysia's semiconductor hub attracted $13 billion in FDI, exceeding the total for the previous 7 years combined. The vagaries of the world, increasingly turbulent, and the crosswinds of economic and geopolitical shifts threaten to veer us, of course. But unlike 3 decades ago, today, Asia now possesses the economic weight, strategic capacity, and the collaborative might needed to navigate the challenge.
Anwar also highlighted that unlike 3 decades ago, Asia now accounts for more than 35% of the world's GDP and has contributed more to growth than any other region over the past decade. The Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, RCEP, alone involves nearly a third of the world's exports, population and GDP, making it the largest trade bloc in the world. These strategic blueprints, the Prime Minister said, indicates Malaysia's role in Asian leadership in the economic, digital and sustainability domains. Ultimately, ASEAN and its partners hold collective responsibility to ensure that this region is dynamic, stable and adaptable. Amanda Lopez, Tokyo, Japan, TV3.
On the sidelines of the forum, Anwar led a Malaysian delegation for a series of one-on-one engagements with business leaders of some of Japan's largest companies. Among the companies involved were IHI Corporation, Nissin Oilio Group Limited Company, Tokuyama Corporation, Sumitomo Corporation, ENEOS Mitsubishi Corporation, and Tokyo Gas. The investment opportunities in Malaysia discussed included the oil and gas industry, renewable energy, hydrogen and ammonia, the halal industry, and semiconductors. Later, Anwar also had a meeting with Thai Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin. In the meantime, Anwar has reiterated that his meeting with Hamas leaders, Ismail Haniyeh and Khalid Mashal in Qatar last week, was to persuade them for a peaceful solution to the Gaza conflict.
What did I do with the Hamas leaders? Yes, I know them. I've known them for decades. There's no reason why I should not meet them. But when I met them, what did I say? I said, please respect the decision of your neighboring countries and try to secure peace. Is that an offense? Did I promote terror? No. Did I recognize violence? No. I appeal because I have an advantage. What is my advantage? I know them and they consider me a friend.
The Prime Minister was responding to reporters at a question and answer session during the Nikkei Forum in Tokyo. Meanwhile, Japan has expressed its willingness to cooperate with Malaysia in providing humanitarian aid to the people of Palestine. Anwar said this was conveyed to him by his Japanese counterpart, Fumio Kishida, during their meeting on Thursday. He said the aid would encompass the aspects of health, solid waste management, and the reconstruction of devastated areas. During the meeting, both leaders also assessed the progress of cooperation between the two countries in the fields of investment, trade, high technology, energy transition, environmental cooperation, defense and security, capacity and talent development, as well as higher education. 23 customs officers and personnel are to be charged with conspiring with a smuggling gang that was importing and selling contraband cigarettes and liquor. The suspects will be charged in 6 sessions courts nationwide until June 6th for accepting gratification while being public servants. In a statement, the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, MACC, said they will be charged under Section 17(a) of the MACC Act and Section 165 of the Penal Code. The MACC also said 2 of the officers had already been charged in court. All of them were arrested through Op Samba 2.0, conducted from March 11th to 25th. The operation, led by MACC, was conducted together with the Inland Revenue Board and Bank Negara Malaysia to combat corrupt enforcement agency officers working with smugglers. The anti-graft agency said the operation focused on customs officers on duty in the cargo section at KLIA. It is believed that as much as 2 billion ringgit was lost in tax revenue. In the operation, the MACC arrested 34 officers and personnel, along with 27 individuals and company owners. Following the arrests, the MACC's Anti-Money Laundering Division also seized mobile phones, laptops, and 8 luxury vehicles. The Commission said it had also frozen a total of 231 bank accounts containing 18 million ringgit belonging to companies and individuals, including mule accounts. Meanwhile, sources informed TV3 that the MACC has recommended that the Customs Department take disciplinary action against 7 more officers and personnel of the agency. The syndicate's modus operandi involves agents acting as intermediaries to pay bribes to enforcement officers. Officers on duty inspecting cargo at KLIA were offered bribes in exchange for enabling the smuggling process to be carried out without the required declarations and inspections. The syndicate is believed to have been active since 2017. Perlis Menteri Besar Muhammad Shukri Ramli's son on Thursday claimed trial at the Kangar Sessions Court to a charge of submitting false claims for the supply of drinks for the Raja of Perlis, Tuanku Said Sirajuddin Putrajaya Malulail, in February. 35-year-old Muhammad Shafiq Muhammad Shukri pleaded not guilty to the charge when it was read before Judge Norsalha Hamzah by the court interpreter. According to the charge sheet, Muhammad Shafiq is alleged to have submitted a government order document under the name Muhammad Farid Abdul Hamid, worth over 19,000 ringgit, for the supply of drinks to Tuanku Said Sirajuddin at the Tuanku Fauziah Hospital, despite knowing that it contained false details. Shafiq is accused of submitting the claims to an administrative assistant at the District Administrative Unit in the State Secretary's office, Nurul Nabilah Muhammad Sukri, with the intention of misleading her superior on February 19th. The charge was framed under Section 18 of the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission Act 2009. The accused faces a maximum 20 years jail and a fine no less than 5 times the amount of the false claim, or 10,000 ringgit, whichever is higher, if found guilty. The court fixed the bail at 20,000 ringgit with 1 surety and set June 28th for the mention. The Perlis Menteri Besar, meanwhile, said he will leave it to the court to decide on the case involving his son.
Dia belum bersalah lagi, baru dibuat pertuduhan dan kita tunggu apa orang kata prosedur mahkamah lah, insya-Allah. Saya tak jumpa dia bagi jadi. Dia duduk di rumah dia, saya duduk di rumah saya.
Police are looking for 2 suspects in the housebreaking case of Selangor FC's defender, Ahmad Kuzaimi PE and Shah Alam, in which the burglars escaped with a motorcycle belonging to the victim. Shah Alam District Police Chief ACP Muhammad Iqbal Ibrahim said he received a report regarding the incident around 11:30 p.m. on Wednesday. In a statement on Thursday, Muhammad Iqbal said preliminary investigations showed that 2 men broke into Ahmad Kuzaimi's house. According to him, investigations indicate that the suspects allegedly used a white MPV car, and one later fled on a motorcycle. Losses are estimated at approximately 15,000 ringgit, including the stolen motorcycle and 4 designer bags. Ahmad Kuzaimi's passport was also reportedly missing. It is understood that the victim and his family members were not at home at the time of the incident. Muhammad Iqbal said police are tracking down the suspects, adding that the case is being investigated under the Penal Code, which provides for imprisonment of up to 14 years and a fine on conviction. The former political secretary to opposition leader Datuk Sri Hamzah Zainuddin was charged at the Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court on Thursday with 2 counts of accepting gratification worth 350,000 ringgit from a company managing director in December 2020. Syed Amir Muzakir Al-Syed Muhammad, aged 42, pleaded not guilty to the charges framed under the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, MACC Act 2009, before Judge Azura Alwi. Syed Amir was accused of accepting 100,000 ringgit and 250,000 ringgit from the managing director of Nexus Corp Group Sindran Berhad, Wan Azhar Muhammad Yusof, as inducement to assist the company to obtain a tender. The said tender is for the police force's RMP NET maintenance services and spare parts supplies for infrastructure tools, servers, software and user radio systems worth almost 390 million ringgit. He had allegedly committed the offences on December 4th and 16th, 2020 at the office of Yayasan Tanah Aku in Solaris Dutamas. The accused faces a maximum jail term of 20 years and fine not less than 5 times the amount of gratification or 10,000 ringgit, whichever is higher upon conviction. Judge Azura set bail at 60,000 ringgit with 1 surety and allowed the prosecution's additional conditions, as well as reporting to Kuala Lumpur MACC office monthly. Coming up, 9 killed in stage collapse at Mexico campaign rally. Stay tuned.
Nak cari tempat untuk OOTD? Persembahan cahaya interaktif serius boleh buat gambar korang seleh habis. Raikan ulang tahun ke-40 TV3 dengan keajaiban pameran seni digital Immersio Inspirasi Generasi by TV3 dari 20 Mei hingga 9 Jun di Museum Telekom Kuala Lumpur. Jom, ajak family, kawan dan partner sekali, okey? Selamat Hari TV3! #Inspirasi Generasi. Kami sentiasa bersamamu.
I need you in my life.
You better get somebody else.
I yang rasa sakit tau.
Drama penuh dilema dan paling emosi 2024. Wanita pilihannya bukan 1 atau 2, tapi 3.
Jadi suami pun tak boleh pakai, jadi bapa pun tak guna.
Perebutan harta dan permainan nyawa. Netizen, stream sekarang drama rating tertinggi dan paling tular di Malaysia. Lelaki Itu melalui Tonton.
Janganlah stres sangat, kan dah hari Jumaat. Jomlah tengok dulu telefilm 10 malam di TV3. Nak balik kampung, 3 Mei. Dari hatiku ke hatimu, 10 Mei. 3 Dara Pinggiran, 17 Mei. Lelaki kelas sebelah, 24 Mei. Cassandra, 31 Mei. Telefilm yang menghiburkan setiap hari Jumaat 10 malam di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Onto the foreign front. Thailand's Constitutional Court on Thursday accepted a complaint seeking to remove Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin over his cabinet appointment of a lawyer who served jail time in a new legal setback for the government. The court, however, chose not to suspend Srettha from duty pending a verdict, as had been sought by a group of senators who had complained that last month's appointment to his cabinet of Pichit Chuenban was a violation of the Constitution. It is understood that the leader has 15 days to file his defence in court. The decision will be a blow to a government that has seen 3 ministers quit in recent weeks, while it battles to jumpstart an underperforming economy and ensure it has the funds to deliver on a delayed election promise of cash handouts for 50 million people. Last Tuesday, Pichit resigned from his post in what was seen as an attempt to spare Sreta from possible legal fallout, given the questions about his eligibility. In Mexico, at least 9 people were killed, including a child, and about 63 others were injured after part of a stage collapsed at an election rally in Nuevo León on Wednesday. The incident occurred as centre-left presidential candidate Jorge Alvarez Maínez was delivering a speech in the city of San Pedro Garza Garcia near Monterrey. According to him, the collapse was caused by a sudden gust of strong wind, which then toppled the stage's steel structures. Video of the accident showed the structure suddenly falling forward into the crowd, sending politicians on the stage and attendees running for cover. Fortunately, Maínez escaped unhurt while the injured victims were taken to the local clinics for treatment. The 38-year-old then suspended the campaign activities, and he hoped that authorities would investigate what had happened, requesting transparency in the process. The Zionist regime has intensified its assault on the southern Gaza city of Rafah, as the International Court of Justice (ICJ) said it will rule on Friday on South Africa's request to order Israel to implement a ceasefire in Gaza, including in the southern city. Israeli forces ended a 2-day raid on Thursday in the occupied West Bank city of Jenin that officials said has killed at least 12 people and wounded 25 others. The regime was also reported to be carrying out ground fighting and airstrikes in Rafah. Meanwhile, the ICJ announced that it will deliver a decision on Friday on an urgent request by South Africa to order a ceasefire in Gaza. Last week, South Africa asked the ICJ for the emergency measure in response to Israel's offensive in the territory, where the United Nations had warned of a potential humanitarian catastrophe.
Sur la base des informations factuelles.
Nine national shuttlers advance to 2024 Malaysia Masters quarterfinals. Sports when we come back.
Sini. Is it?
Sini. Tepi sikit.
Drama-drama segar yang dibawakan khas
Untuk anda semua. Tak tahu.
What?
Fast.
Oh my god. Pening kepala aku dia fikir masa bisnes tu.
Alah, bisnes memang lagu tu lah, Jun. Ada pasang surutnya.
Dah hang dah lingkup.
Panjang umur
Memanglah panjang umur aku. Selagi belum sebab aku cabai dulu hang.
Dalam hidup ni kita ada pilihan.
Sama ada menjadi lebih baik atau sebaliknya.
Semuanya atas diri kita sendiri.
Siapa dia sebenarnya?
Macam mana adik nak bawa dia jumpa balik? You bukan ustazah yang bukan ustazah tu ke? Hello, jodoh.
Halo?
Ada apa yang boleh saya bantu? Itu baliklah. Balik?
Kalau dah jodoh tak ke mana.
Kalau kita berkawan, kita kena jaga perasaan dia. Dia ada rasa dendam, marah atau cinta. Orang jahat macam kau ni takkan bahagia pun.
Stop it, Maria.
Saksikan Rachel Rehana di slot Samarinda.
Aku bukan ustazah. Di slot Akasian.
Saksikan
Hello Jodoh di slot Lestari.
Mak Cun Mai Singgah.
Ditonton.
yang drama, yang sensasi,
yang hangat.
Dan favourite anda
semestinya di TV3
dan tonton.
We're back with sports badminton, the 2024 Malaysia Masters. National men's singles chatler Lee Zijia continued his good run of late by beating India's Kiran George to book his spot in the quarterfinals on Thursday. The world number 10 was in a commanding form when he outclassed George 21-13, 21-18 in just 44 minutes. 26-year-old Zijia is set to face a tall order next, as he will face Denmark's world number 4, Anders Antonsen. In the men's doubles, rising national pair Wan Muhammad Arif Shaharuddin Wan Junaidi, Yap Roy King upset world number 12 Lee Jae-hui, Yang Po Swan of Taiwan 13-21, 21-15, 21-18. The duo will battle Rasmus Kjær, Frederik Søgaard of Denmark next for a semi-final slot. Meanwhile, country's top pair Aaron Chia So Woo Yik overcame a shaky performance in the second game to beat China's world number 25 Chen Bo-yang Liu Yi 21-13, 13-21, 21-10. Awaiting the world number 4 in the quarterfinals are Jin Yong and Na Sung Sung of South Korea. In the women's doubles, national second-seeded pair Pearly Tan and Tina needed just 32 minutes to defeat India's Simran Singhi and Ritika Thakur 21-17, 21-11 in the second round. The pair will face Australians Satyana Mapasa and Angela Yu next. Meanwhile, in the mixed doubles event, Goh Sun Huat and Siobhan Jamil Lai came from behind to edge out Taiwan's Yang Po Swan and Hu Lingfang 12-21, 21-19 and 21-13. With this victory, the pair will face Indonesia's Rehan Naufal and Lisa Ayu in the quarterfinals. In another match, world number 9 pair Chen Tangji and Tho Yi Wei easily overpowered Indians Reddy Sumit and Reddy Seki, beating them 21-12, 21-14 in just under 35 minutes. The win sees them secure national spot in the last 4 as they meet fellow compatriots Tan Kian Meng and Lai Pei Jing in the quarters. On to Sepak Takraw, the 2024 Istaf Sepak Takraw World Cup. The national squad kicked off their campaign in the team event with an easy 3-0 win over Brunei in the opening Group C match on Thursday. Fresh from lifting the doubles and Regu titles on Wednesday, Regu A comprising Amirul Zazwan Amir, Muhammad Haziq Khairul Nizam and Baihaki Arifin collected the first point with a 15-11, 15-7 win. The Regu B of Muhammad Zaim Razali, Muhammad Zarif Marikan Ibrahim Marikan and Muhammad Shahril Aiman Halim kept up the momentum by scoring a 15-7, 15-9 win for the second point. Regu C, comprising Farhan Adam, Zuri Muhammad Zain and Muhammad Azlan Alias, then defeated Brunei's Regu C 15-6, 15-5 to secure the 3-0 win. Malaysia will face Japan in their next group match Friday. Resort owner fined 25,000 ringgit for organising wild party. This and more local news when Nightline returns.
Jentik hati dengan seleksi kisah yang menyuluh keinsafan dalam diri.
Kamu yakin kamu mau menikah sama Mas Rian? Kamu cinta nggak sama Mas Rian?
Tapi saya tidak akan memaafkan.
Ini aku, Bu. Ibu nggak ingat?
Demi Allah, Pak, bukan saya yang ngambil. Bener kamu yang ngambil nih.
Ada jin yang mendiami tubuh Keisha.
Gimana bisa, Bu?
Naluri setiap Jumaat 3 petang. Hanya di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Dua jiwa saling mengikat janji.
또 너만 나를 지킬까 봐 무서웠는데 너무 기뻐. 내가 널 지켰잖아.
Adakah cinta akan pergi saat takdir tidak lagi menyatu?
내 기억 지우지 않겠다. 난 평생 못 돌아올 수도 있어. 계속 기다려야만 하잖아.
서로를 기억하고 있으면 내 시간보다 더 길 거라고.
Legend of the Blue Sea setiap Selasa hingga Khamis 11 malam. Shotnya per K-drama di Jam Sarang TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Welcome back. The recent attacks on significant national institutions, including a death threat to a member of parliament, are not related to one another. Home Minister Datuk Seri Saifuddin Nasution Ismail has clarified that police investigations into the cases found that they were not connected and had different patterns and motives. In a press conference after attending the ministry's monthly assembly on Thursday, the minister said initial investigations confirmed that none of the incidents were coordinated.
Orang yang mabuk di Balai Polis, kemudian bertengkar, berakhir dengan dia cuba untuk merampas senjata. Di Ulu Tiram, yang macam saya sebut dalam sidang media dan disebut juga oleh Tan Sri IGP, bahawa dia bertindak yang kita istilahkan sebagai lone wolf, okey, dan siasatan pihak polis sedang berlangsung.
Commenting on the development of the Ulu Tiram police station attack, Saifuddin said the police investigation is now focused on the instigator element, following the discovery that the suspect's family considers others to be infidels and does not mix with anyone within the community. Last Friday, 2 policemen attached to the Ulu Tiram station in Johor Bahru were killed and another injured after an attack by a 21-year-old man who was shot dead during the incident. The same day, police arrested 2 men who had attempted to trespass into Istana Negara and found a parang in their car. The following day, Seputih Member of Parliament Teresa Kok received a death threat in the mail along with 2 bullets. Meanwhile, in another incident in Pulau Pinang on Sunday, police arrested a drunk man for trying to attack a policeman and snatch his submachine gun at the Dato Kramat police station. In another development, the Home Ministry is in the final phase of standardizing several provisions involving amendments to the Drug and Substance Abuse Prevention, Treatment and Rehabilitation Act before it is presented to Parliament. Saifuddin said the primary concept in amending the Act involved decriminalising drug abuse, particularly offences related to the ingestion of prohibited substances.
Jadi bila ada elemen decriminalise, maksudnya kita ada satu kaedah yang dibolehkan melalui Akta Penagih Dadah ini, di mana mereka yang terlibat boleh terus kita beri peluang mereka jalani rawatan, terutama kes-kes yang mereka datang secara sukarela.
He added that under current practice and without the amendment, additional duties fall on the police, resulting in overcrowded prisons, increased court cases, and a heavier workload for the police to open investigation papers. At the same event, Saifuddin also launched the Tak Payah Tak Nak campaign, organised by National Anti-Drug Agency, aimed at showing solidarity in preventing drug addiction and abuse. An island resort has been fined 25,000 ringgit by the Terengganu government for organising an Aloha party on Monday. The state government on Thursday said it also prohibited Summer Bay Resort from hosting similar events in the future.
Okay, apabila kita melihat presentation daripada Summer Bay sebentar tadi, dan Summer Bay telah melanggar satu undang-undang subsection 6/1, enactment hiburan dan tempat-tempat hiburan yang mana boleh di-compound sebanyak 25,000.
Razali said the resort had a full license to operate and could continue to do so, but that the offence still needed to be acted upon. He added that the authorities is also in the midst of conducting further investigations into any other offences on the island. Summer Bay Resort, in the meantime, said it complied with the imposed fine and offered its apologies, pledging that it will be more careful in organising any activities. The Aloha party was said to have featured several female DJs and a dance group. It was described as a celebration of 520, an unofficial Valentine's Day in China. Razali said the event had been held annually for 10 years without the knowledge of the authorities. As we wrap up Nightline this time around, let's take a look as musicians and dancers celebrate the Multicultural Drumming Festival in Sun Yat-sen Park in Montreal, Canada. With that, I'm Hassanel. Thank you for tuning in and take care, Malaysia.